All right, what's good? What's good? What's good, family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all already know what time it is. You know where you are. This is the greatest podcast on your social media feed. This is the Black and the Bold podcast. Listen, you already know what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear some tear jerking stuff. You're gonna hear some gut wrenching. I mean, I got all kind of content. I'm just bubbling over. I'm just happy to be here. Listen, we got to get this thing started off right. I'm the Bold. But we got to start it from the very beginning. What's going on, Brother Black? How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on tonight? Good to see you guys, and good to be back in the mix here this week. Yeah, it's the Black Dwayne Johnson, hailing out of Lowndes County, Georgia, Valdosta City, and just by way of Georgia Tech, degreed up there by way of Maryland, master's degree up there in management, and by way of coming back to Valdosta to start business with my wife. With Bridge Builder Investments and Property Management. And so that's basically been it, man. The kids, we've got three lovely kids, very active and involved. And this right now time is track season full in effect. So we got one on the way going to sectionals after winning her region event as a ninth grader. So we're very proud of that and excited. So that's those type of things that keep us going between business, family, and track. And obviously not in any of that order. At any point, it could be anyone at the top. So that's what we do, man. It's a juggling fest over here, but we love it. We stay busy. How about you, man? How's it going?
Going good, man. Going good. We have rounded the corner, man. This is the last month. My oldest is going to be in school. Well, in the K through 12 parameter, but he's got about 27 more days. Well, excuse me, 24 more days. And he'll be graduating senior, so I'm excited for him, and so we're kind of preparing for that, and also counting down for number two. She's got another 6 years in the school system, but definitely I'm proud of him for how he's pushed through the challenges and everything. He definitely has stayed the course, so I'm definitely want to congratulate Junior. He's not a junior, but we got the same first name, but I want to congratulate him. But besides that, man, everything's going well. We're still grinding. I'm still trying to figure out why I voted for Joe Biden, but it is what it is because that gas pump is something else, man.
You're not getting what you asked for, what you paid for. You're not getting what you
Man,
thought you were
listen. I would definitely be a lot more cognizant next time around. No, I'm kidding, but I'm not really. But I mean, everything's going well, man. Just trying to get things in a row, trying to get things settled and situated. So I'm just optimistic about what's going on and what's on the docket for the near future. Of course, you already know. We allowed her to come back one more week. It started out just the Black and the Bold, and she just begged us to come on the show, so we had to give her a spot. So beautiful. How you doing?
Well, I'm not even gonna mess with that. Bo, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you have that tonight because I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. As of this past weekend, I now have dual citizenship. I am a citizen of Valdosta, Georgia and Valdosta, Florida. So I'm not gonna let you spoil the fun for me, okay? But I am Suzette Michelle. I bring you greetings from Valdosta, Georgia, where I am native of. I am a graduate of Lowndes High School, graduate of Valdosta Technical College, where I received an associate's degree in radiologic technology, serving the community through healthcare. I too have children. Well, if I can call them that now, but they're have their own personality, their own lives or whatever. But yeah, they're still my babies. But yeah, so Trey, Rashad, and Jada, proud and beyond the moon to be their mother. So Mother's Day is coming up. So I'm just trying to see how they could pay me back for all those labor pains that I went through many moons
No,
ago.
no, no.
But
All
yes,
I heard, all I heard was Shirley Caesar, no charge.
no charge. I don't know about that. We're gonna have to revamp that song. Remix. But yeah, I'm just excited to be alive, excited to be in the number, and just constantly looking forward to what the future is beholding for the Black and the Bold podcast, as well as our beautiful city of Valdosta, Georgia. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna let you know it's already getting started in the chat.
Yep.
We got Janae in there. We've got
Mm-hmm.
Calvin, of course. Old
All
faithful
right.
Calvin, appreciate you. And we got Brother Joseph Moore lighting it up already, talking about the Wildcats for the deepest before y'all even ask.
Yeah, he also has dual citizenship as well. So yeah.
Hey, hey, that brother is on the move. He's got multiple, probably some other citizenships going on right now, because I think he's over there in Arizona as we speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, that brother's moving, doing some good things. But as we get into it, I want to transition to Bold in a second, but I'm gonna give people a little teaser on what we're about to talk about here. So let me go ahead and slide this video over and then press play for y'all so y'all can see what we're about to get into.
This is my third time staying at Encore. This is the only place I stay when I come to Orlando. The people that greet you, to the process of getting into the home, checking in. All extravagant, exquisite cuisine. The presentation is incredible. It's a great experience overall. You eat, get full, have a good time with your friends, family, whoever you're staying with. The water park slides, there's private cabanas. There's a bar down there. My most memorable experience is definitely just coming here for Pro Bowl and you know, knowing that you have a place to stay that's accommodating, one, and safe, and you know, just somewhere you can have fun and actually enjoy your experience and not worry about anything. Staying at Encore, it's a home. You have a whole house to yourself. You can accommodate all of your friends, family. It's really mainly just about the togetherness, you know, whoever you have with you, whether it be your family, friends, teammates, anybody. I mean, it's everybody being under one roof. Everything you need is on Encore Resort.
Brother Bold, will you do us the honors of introducing our special guest tonight? I don't even want to give it any thunder. Just give it the thunder it needs, brother.
Listen. Hear ye. Listen, y'all, we definitely have an amazing guy who since day one that I met him back in probably 1987 or 88. The guy he's been 10 toes down. He has never changed, and he's embarked upon a new mayorship. You know, we know he's a part of Georgia. His tag says he's registered in Georgia, but this man has so much influence. He actually has access home real estate in Valdosta, Florida. So I want you all to wave your hands, scream at your television or your cell phone, and let's welcome the one and only Mr. Ivory Tricky Williams. What's going on, my brother? How you doing this evening?
Sabrina put a hand clap in there for him. You know, he might be waiting on his applause, his formal applause.
Yeah,
you got to do the intro right with a standing ovation.
Right. That's right.
For this young man.
Yes.
I should have said, show your love. Show your love.
But as he's coming on, you know, we probably have to. I know he's got some family duties over there, and you know, he may not hear us, but Tricky, when you get a chance, just jump on in. But
the mayor is pulling double duty tonight, so he is being dad.
And he trying to milk the occasion, guys. You know, it's like when you have the featuring act, the headliner, and they wait about 30 minutes to come on stage.
Oh, he ain't trying to pull a what's her name? Who now has the reputation for not showing up to her shows from the Fugees. What's her name?
Lauryn Hill.
He's pulling the Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now, pulling the real Lauryn Hill.
So we'll appreciate Miss Beautiful Suzette. I know she's going to try to get in touch with him right quick. Yeah. But you know, let's go on and chop it up. Sabrina says they always late. You know, them politicians, right? Them politicians.
Yeah,
we got a man all of a sudden, you know, he pulling the rank.
Yeah, you know how they go, man. Listen, man. I was so upset, my brother, because Tricky and I had connected a while back. Yeah, you're right, Sabrina. Headline is always late. But a while back, you know, I had spoken with him about the situation, and you know, he was kind of giving me just a few ideas and things about the shirts and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, we try to make it bigger, we try to make it better," and my crew had already made plans to go. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. I had some personal things to take care of the last minute, so all of my stuff just kind of went to the wayside. And after I saw all of these photos and these videos, man, when I tell you I'm looking at my phone about to cry, I'm like, oh my gosh. all the people that I grew up with. A lot of people don't know that I went to Valdosta for 6 years or for 6 grades, and then I went to Lowndes for 6 grades. So I'm kind of a hybrid, in Valdosta. I got family and friends on both sides that I love dearly, and I have real lasting relationships. And the man to see these people for after going to kindergarten and 2nd grade and middle school, these people, man, and still seeing them having a great time. Look, man, I don't know if anything else is going on better in Valdosta, Florida than Winnersville weekend. I'm sorry. I know,
Right.
you got Universal Studios, and it's not Wet and Wild anymore. It's another water park there. You got Disney and all of that. That's all good and well, but I mean, to have something like that in Valdosta, Florida, I mean, come on. Matter of fact, I even got my shirt. I couldn't even go and wear my shirt, but I'm about to go find it and put it on because I got to at least make these two jealous on the screen. So I got to do that.
No, that's impossible because I was actually there, Bo. So yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, they did Sabrina wrong here.
Mm-hmm. Were we able to get our mirror audio going? We were having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Well, let's see if he's on there, brother.
Let's try him out real quick. While we do that, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up some of these photos and these videos. This was absolutely wild.
Right.
But I ain't gonna go there yet. But all I gotta say is, I've seen a lot of my West Side family representing real strong, especially my high tower people, especially my Orange Street homies. Listen.
Yeah.
I don't know about Orange Street, bro. Hey, I saw Bono in a ton of pictures. I saw Bono. In a ton of pictures. I saw Bono leading the whole party. The one person I didn't see, other than a few pics here and there, where was Brother Joseph?
Hey, I mean,
playing low.
That's a good question to ask because bro about 6'12". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's way up there. You know what I mean? So
I wonder what kind of trouble he got into.
He was
chillaxing. He got into that he couldn't be on the camera.
Oh wow. He was chillaxing. He was doing the whole cigar by the pool thing. He was doing big boss stuff around there.
He was in the kitchen. That's why he's so tall and he's so big, because he stayed eating. Look at that. He was surely in the kitchen at Bono's house. We already know.
Yeah.
Listen, as y'all know, like Suzette just said, what is it? Stogies? LG Stogies? Yeah. He and the crew actually have their cigar business going live. So shout out to Joseph for that.
Yeah, and if you are in that arena, if you reach that status in life where you enjoy a good stogie, you can go on to Joseph Moore page and find a link there where
they trying to
Oh yeah, they limited audio here. All right. So Sabrina said, yeah, every time he's over there eating in the kitchen. Another one we saw, hadn't seen her in years. Joe basically ghost. He was gone. But another one was Miss Wright. Sending it out with the cakes.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
She did an amazing job. I mean, such an amazing job that she sold out of the cakes that she brought. And as a matter of fact, the event was 4 days. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Vonda sold out on the first day with pre-orders. So I was fortunate enough was able, I guess the planets and God showing a light on me. I was able to get a slice of her key lime cake. Ooh. It was delicious. It was delicious. And I had to share it because everybody around me wanted to try it out. Yeah. But also, she also has a link that if you would like to purchase a whole cake, she will ship it to you. So we had to make sure we put that in the link. So she ships out whole cakes. The cake variety that she brought with her to the alumni weekend was she brought key lime, She bought banana pudding, red velvet cake, and her famous pound cake. So
you could have stopped at that red velvet right there.
I know it, right? That key lime was a high contender as well. It was very, very good, very moist. But yeah, it sold out very quickly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for those that are on the line, I know Sabrina, Joseph, let's see who else is out there. Calvin, y'all are in the conversation. Let us know what cake you all had, if you had any, and let us know which ones were the best. I know somebody had to have some of that cake. So let us know. And then I also saw that a number of people, let me know this, Suzette. I saw some chefs in some of these houses. Tell us about that.
You actually, when I looked at all the houses engaging in entrepreneur activities, I thought of you. Like you would have been very proud of all the Black-owned businesses. I mean, everybody's creativity and entrepreneurship really shone through in the weekend, because we had people selling fedora hats, we had people selling clothes, we had people, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but this actually happened, but we had people selling hunch punch, so punch that they made, and it was very, good. And we mentioned some of the few people we had people selling like handmade crafts like bracelets and I mean, it was amazing. Like, and then people would post in the chat, come to how they would put their addresses, like, come to house if you're interested in whatever it is. Oh my God.
That's that logo that Sabrina's missing. I'm gonna have to order mine, bro. Like an honorary just item. I wasn't present, but maybe I can get a shirt.
Yeah, reach out to the mayor. Reach out to the mayor and see what the mayor can do for you.
Yeah. You got to remember, brother. I have access into rooms that you don't have access to.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. But as I was saying, the entrepreneur and we also had people like, I think I even saw Sabrina. She was going around taking pictures. I'm not sure if she was charging anything, but I mean, the atmosphere and the energy in the crowd was so amazing, because everybody was supporting one another and being real positive and just really, historically, Valdosta and Lowndes have been, crosstown rivals, but I didn't see any of that this weekend. It wasn't a whole lot of beef this weekend. It was a whole lot of kumbaya going on. So
because that's the aura of it, is that, Joseph, Edward, and I, we always talk about is that when Winnersville week comes, we don't talk. All right.
Yeah.
But once that whistle sounds for that last play, that last hit, and that thing goes 0-0-0 across the clock, we family again.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. It's Winnersville high competition, but at the same time, it's all family. So
it was a good vibe. It was a good vibe. And the way the mayor arranged majority and most of the activities, it was BYOB. So, nobody got out of hand. Everybody was, sipping on a little something and just enjoying each other's company. So it was good. It was a good environment.
Nice. It's all right, Sabrina. I mean, we got to get that straightened out, because you don't belong to them with that big old cat, LA cat on the side of your jersey.
Yeah.
But also I was thinking of when you listed all the entrepreneurs that were there and entrepreneurship that was going on. Also, shout out to Sabrina Montgomery, because she has Dream Catchers, and I know she's doing a fantastic thing in Atlanta as well. So she brought her talents down to Valdosta, Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely nice to see. Sometimes when you go to events, you see that entrepreneur spirit, but you don't necessarily know those people. But to see your classmates kind of blossom into these entrepreneurs, it was a different kind of feel, to see them doing their thing, like people that you grew up with, people that you knew, and they're like these awesome people just using their gifts and their talents. That was a magical thing to see.
Yeah, she even said that she booked 2 gigs just
Yeah.
from posting a few of the pics. So
Yeah.
exposure, that's what it's
Yeah.
about. And
Networking.
Again, I'm and networking. And so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna stay on my little what you call it, the pedestal or anything about it. But that's what we gotta have here. And
Yeah, you would
Georgia.
have definitely been proud. You would have been proud. Yeah.
We gonna get it going though, guys. I mean, I know everybody's coming from different areas. Sabrina's Atlanta, Joseph hailing out of Arizona right now.
Right.
But we're still gonna get it right.
Yeah, from my particular standpoint, we had people in my particular house, and we can probably have our followers and our guests, our viewers tonight to chime in. But we had people to fly in from Texas. We had people to fly in from Philadelphia. So they were coming from across the country. Sabrina said her brother flew in from Vegas, so they were, putting some sky miles in to get to this event.
So Valdosta, Florida, was better than Vegas.
Well, apparently so. He left Vegas to come to Valdosta, Florida.
Sin City had nothing on Valdosta, Florida.
Wow, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I would like I said in the chat, man, when we were kind of brewing over this conversation. I even told my brother Joseph about this. I was like, man, I can't even imagine what next year is gonna be like. I can't even imagine. I mean, we hadn't even gotten down to a lot of the nitty gritty, but just to know that for 4 days it was no beef, and first of all, I've never expected beef when I've dealt with Valdosta Wildcats, except during Winnersville weekend, or if we playing. Some of us remember how we used to play sandlot, in the projects, and we play sandlots over in over there off of what's the name of that street? What's that right by the cemetery? What's that road that runs right by the cemetery? Runs right in front of Azalea Woods. We used to have a field over there. We play ball over there. We used to sandlight over there. I can't remember the name of the street. Yeah, but I think it might be in. I don't remember. But I've never expected beef about Valdosta folk. We, like I said, we have a great relationship. But I think the Winnersville Classic the Winnersville Alumni Weekend really showed, the actual camaraderie and the love that really exists in Valdosta. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, we were rivals, but we were rivals for about 5 days, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that really showed up, and I was glad to see all the smiling faces. A lot of people married, families, and going on. So it looked like an amazing event, and I want to go.
And I think okay, we just got in the chat. Ivory said he's on.
All right.
Ivory, are you able to adjust your volume? Unmute yourself if you can.
Yeah, because he's all green on our side. Got a good signal. He's obviously in the window here, and we do not have him muted on this side.
Right. He doesn't want to come on camera, but he might have to. He might have to.
The crowd is anticipating.
Yes, we demand.
Like,
we demand to see our politician.
I want to let me give a shout out to Joseph, because I just noticed that now he's chiming in with us from YouTube or via YouTube, and that's great because we don't get a lot of people following us on YouTube as much as we like. So that's putting us on the map there. Yeah. Everybody else keep doing Facebook, whatever's most comfortable. But I just want to point that out.
Right.
I'm about to pull up this some of this on this Winnersville page so we can see.
While you pulling that up, somebody tell us who had the hottest house, who had the livest house.
Oh my God, I don't know who had the livest house.
What's up, Kayla?
It had to be on Fairfax. Whatever house it was located on Fairfax.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Fairfax comments.
If you ask anybody, ask anybody, just say the name Fairfax. I mean, it's gonna be like, oh wow, okay.
Well, it was like that.
Must have been on Fairfax.
So did that have to do anything with Bono, Troy, and Lauderdale?
Oh, there's our mayor. He's on.
There's Mayor.
What's up now?
What's the deal? Welcome. And again, congratulations.
Hey, excuse me, man. I got these Get Buck twins. They getting loose on me right now. Man, don't ever do what I did, boy. At 48 years old with some 4-year-olds.
So I could go ahead and
Baby boy, 21.
I can go ahead and X out that idea that I had to have another one. We want to get you on real quick, man. I know we know you're busy, man. We wanted to definitely just give you some kudos and your flowers, man. To tell you that we really
Appreciate it, man.
appreciate the sacrifice that you've done to bring us together. You pretty much, man. You pretty much given us a whole new light. You know what I'm saying? About another reason. You know what I'm saying, to really appreciate Winnersville in another way. I mean, this to me, the next 5 to 10 years, this could be something. This could be as big or bigger than the game itself. You know what I'm saying? We could be. People can start making plans and doing all types of things around Winnersville Alumni Weekend just because you had this idea. Man, if you would share us how this came to light, or how did this idea come to light?
Well, it came to light during the time when COVID first hit, and I caught COVID from a guy that actually died, from it. But I don't know if y'all remember when the two funerals that they talked about Albany was the hot spot.
Yeah.
And this particular guy I found out had been somewhere around somebody that had been at the funeral, and he was around the funeral guy on Friday, and then he came around me on Sunday in a sports bar. So, just sitting there knowing I had to get away from my girls and go stay in a hotel for 13 days and just laying there by yourself, man. And it had me scared,
Yeah.
So all the while I'm there, I'm trying to figure out, hey, man, what can I do? And it made you look at life different. And I'm talking, man, it got so bad, I called the funeral home and planned my own funeral.
Dang.
Wow.
Dang.
And so, thanks to James Gatlin, he called and checked on me every day. And, every morning at 8 o'clock he would call. He'll call at lunchtime in the evening. Every time he called, I'd be like, hey man, I ain't gone yet. And I hang up the phone. But man, I'm serious. I had picked out the funeral, casket, the suit I want to be wearing, and everything. But, just laying there, man, and thinking about life. And I just kept thinking, man, what can I do to bring everybody together other than getting together for funerals? And so I had thought about, at the time too, all of the stuff that was the black cloud that was over Valdosta. And they, excuse me 1 second, man. Hey, get in that bed. Hey, man, go get in the bed. Man, they've been quiet all night till now.
Well,
But,
that's okay.
It stems back to.
The Get Buck twins are just as big as you are, so it's okay.
Hey, the red one is the worst one right now. But it stems back to at the same time, they had the situation going on with what happened with the Rada Maker and pro situation. And it had everybody in an uproar. You had both schools going at it.
Yeah.
You had the lounge people riding the Valdosta people. Then you had the Valdosta people would throw up the situation that happened with the Kendrick Johnson situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to think of something that I could do to stop all of that, to bring everybody together, and just to get us all together on the same page. And we all know, that situation at Lounge, it's different. I'm gonna say different because, being honest, the football players in my era, everything that they said he did, we did it. So it's just a situation. It had me bitter about it because I know deep down, that ain't what happened.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was just like, man, I just got to get everybody together as one. And that's why I came up with this idea, man. And so me and Reggie Mitchell and Alton Hitson was just on the phone one day, and we was like, man, we tired of getting together for funerals. So they were like, man, won't you do something? So I was like, man, I got a nice resort that my football team stay at, and we could hook this up for a guys trip. So I went to think, I said, man, I don't want to be in no resort, no nice resort like this without no women. And this too romantic. So I was like, hey man, let's add our I said, bro, let's add our classmates to this here.
Just keeping it
And
real.
so that's what happened, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, that's how it came about.
That's good,
Yeah.
man. That's amazing that it come out that way. You know,
Yeah.
I never would have thought you got such an amazing idea on your deathbed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's amazing how our brain works and how we can create things, in the worst situation. So that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Go ahead.
So, Mayor, kind of give our viewers an overview of how many participants it was the first year versus this year.
Well, the first year, the event was planned in like a month and a half. So when I tried to put it on, a lot of people like, man, that's too short notice. And then I was like, well, whoever want to be a part of it. So I just told everybody, I say, hey, if you take care of your house and your T-shirt, I'll take care of the food for both days. So we had 126 people show up. So we had a cookout. We had an all-white rooftop party. And so when people start seeing a close brother to me, Carlos Moore, when they saw him come from behind the crowd on the rooftop and start dancing and hyping the crowd, it was something none of us have ever seen in him. And people started jumping on airplanes flying into Orlando that night.
Wow.
So we was like, man, this is crazy. So, I mean, it was just good, man, because some of us haven't been together in over 15, 20 years. And just to see all those guys fellowship, man, that was huge.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How many participants did you have last year compared to what you had this year?
We had 126 last year, and we was over 800 and about 60, closer to 9 this year. When you add the ones that showed up.
Woo. Good God.
It caught me off guard. It really did.
I saw where y'all had to, pretty much took over the resort. Tell us about that experience.
They didn't know what to expect, but we went like last year. We had 20 houses, and we had.
I think he might have got his audio. It might be frozen.
I think he's back.
Can you hear us? Trick? Yeah, he might be fraud. It's a little bit different on the cell phone compared to the computer.
Yeah. I'm operating on that as well. So while we're waiting for our mayor to come back, he was just about to go into the statement. Like last year, like he said, there was 20 houses booked, and this year there was over 110. Hey, Mayor, we got you back?
Yeah, man, there's people calling about a hotel house for next year. This is crazy.
You know what I mean? I told you next year's gonna be crazy. Next year's gonna be
man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm scared of next year.
So continue to tell us about that whole situation, the experience of getting with the resort, and it seemingly looked like we took over the resort, and they had to prepare. It seemed like you just fallen over the last several months. Tell us about that.
Yeah, they they really didn't know because they haven't had an event of this magnitude at the resort. And me talking to them, I talk to them just like I'm talking to y'all. I'm not gonna get proper and all that there to talk to them. I just tell them real. And you know, I tell them black folks, white folks. I mean, I just keep it real. So, and that's what I think they respect me more and like that. Now they was intimidated because of the way I go in and talk, but you got to go talk business to them and let them know you ain't no fool.
Yeah.
And then you know the main thing we told them, we wanted to be treated like all the other races. You know, don't judge us because it's 100 and some houses of black people. You know, we want the same treatment you do the whites, the Jews. You know, because when we checked in a couple of days before we checked in, the Jewish Passover had 100 houses at the resort. So they let them get away with a lot of stuff. They allowed them to book out stuff. So at first, it was kind of hard, and because they were scared of this us coming there, just being honest.
Yeah.
But come to find out, we were the whole entire resort staff said we were better than any group that ever came there. Had
No
no,
surprise.
yeah, they were shocked about the everybody in jerseys from the fish fry. They were shocked. The luau party, man, that blew their mind. That killed them. Man, you talking? We was about 900 deep in a water park, and it was Shalonda White had it decorated nice, and good thing to her, you know, she has been invited to join the resort staff now as a vendor because of the luau party. So now they gonna bring on to help decorate weddings and stuff held at the resort now. So that was
Wow.
me and her plan,
How about that?
you know, for her to go all out. And I told her, I said, hey, you got to go out to show them what you can do. And she texted me yesterday, a copy of the email. So she's meeting with the resort. So now she getting ready to have some jobs
That's
because of
Good.
this
awesome
luau
right there, man.
party.
That's awesome right
Yeah,
there. That's great news, man. Just to
yeah.
know that a lot of times your network and your connections can open up doors for you. And yeah, that was never even your intention. It started out as a idea for a man's guy's trip, and now it's blossomed into creating business.
Yeah,
You know, into our second city, our dual citizenship city. So I hope the taxes are gonna still
yeah,
be the same.
yeah. And
Well,
then
actually, it'll be a little bit better
also,
in Florida. So,
yeah, I
but yes,
got a
sir.
message also that the lady Cecily that was doing all the videos for us.
Yeah.
You know, I just met her a month ago. I had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
She just went to the resort after a phone conversation and started videoing and making like live videos for the group,
Yeah.
and it blew from there. So I also got a message from her that she deal with a lot of women organizations. I
Mhm.
think I'm not mistaken if it's battered women or something. Well, the resort reached out to me. Now they're gonna step in and help her with also with what she does with her community with the battered women. I think is what it is. So
Mhm.
she struck gold too.
Yeah.
So we had two
Man,
people on our staff that you know gonna get some out of this
Yeah.
deal
And
to
it
help
was
their program.
awesome. Yeah, it was awesome to have Cicely at all the Winnersville events. And then when you wake up that morning to watch your morning news, Cicely was on the morning news. So it's just like,
For
wow,
real,
yeah, she was on the
man, I
Orlando
had no
morning
idea.
news. Yeah, uh-huh. So it was
Yeah,
awesome to
she's a from what she's a journalist in
yeah.
Orlando.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. So when you woke up in the morning, Cicely was on your TV, so it was just like, wow, she's a Winnersville alumni attendee. So it was
man,
nice
that's
to
crazy.
have
That's
that
good.
connection. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
amazing.
great.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
Well, what are some things that you got in mind that you want to release before we let you go, man? I know you got a lot going on. You got your twins over there, man. And what
Man,
you got any ideas or is the palette clear for next year? It is what it is next year.
well, I can't. I'm struggling now to sleep because I'm worried. Because today they sent me my list for houses for tomorrow that I will release tomorrow. We got 121 houses that are already gone. Then I got another
Wow.
waiting list of about 60 people waiting to get a house. So now you talking though, that 8 something is gonna probably flip to 1,500.
I hope
So
so.
man, I got the resort. They trying to. It's gonna be crazy, man. So that's the only thing. I want to be able to accommodate everybody, but my first priority are gonna be the ones that believed in the vision 2 years ago, and the ones that came this year. I got to get them first priority at their house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, after that, we'll fit people in, but we don't make contact with another company that owns houses there. It's just their prices was too much, a major difference from what the Encore give us. So hopefully we'll work that out and get together, and I'll get about 50 more houses.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing, man. We
But
appreciate
I
you.
sure would like to see Elwood Mack and Dwayne Johnson, quarterback and star running back.
Hey, listen, bro, you
Hey,
got
Down
my
in
word.
you
Valdosta,
know it's
Florida.
about to happen.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be there, and when we get there next year, we actually setting up for the podcast show, so we'll be broadcasting there.
Oh
while
yeah,
we're
yeah.
live.
That would be great live to go live. Now, one thing I do want to say, man, and I'm gonna just be honest. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm very disappointed in Lions High, man.
Oh wow,
Talk to us.
Man,
talk to us, bro.
I'm just be
Talk to us.
honest.
Yeah.
All right, out of 800 and some people, it might have been 100 Lions.
Whoa.
Might have been 100. And I look at it like, after all what's going on, then we won't come out and support something that we do.
Yeah, exactly.
That don't sit right with me. But when we have our regular lounge class reunion, we show up to that. And I'm gonna be honest, they have us. I have never been to a lounge class reunion, and it was because, man, when you get the itinerary, they got us at somewhere in Twin Lakes with Billy Boys or Roscoe's or Rascals.
Right.
Man,
Right.
no, we don't. Man, what we doing going in a bar
Right.
like that there?
Think about the
That's
backdrop.
about like me
What all
trying
it
to.
is.
That's about like me going in the air vents and telling them to let me sing "Achy Break Your Heart." You know what I'm saying, man? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we definitely
So
should do that.
I just don't get us, man. I mean, I'm trying to figure us out, and so I won't go to a class reunion that long. I won't do that. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mhm.
I'm not going. This is my class reunion
Yeah.
because, for one, I don't want to wait for 5 years, 10 years, 25 years for a reunion.
Right.
We're not living like that, man. We're losing
ain't
too many
promised.
partners, cousins, classmates. Man, let's have our reunion every year, right
Yeah.
off to Florida.
Well, I was just about to
So
bring that
if
up.
we
I was
need to
about to
see
bring that up.
everybody,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, that's just my thing, man. So long as I can count me out of class reunion, I'm not going to a class reunion at long as I'm going to this class reunion.
Mhm.
I want to see my friends every year. I'm not doing that. So I'm just gonna be honest with it. I don't care who get mad. That's just me. Deep down, I played at Lawrence. Great receiver, baseball player. But man, you know the truth now.
I know.
Me and you,
I know.
West Side boy. We West Side boy now. We
I
have some of
know.
that black and gold in us now. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
be honest. I ain't scared to tell nobody. I'm about off the Viking now.
Yes,
Right.
I'm about
yes,
off the
sir.
Viking.
I was just
Hey,
saying.
I'll tell
Queen
you one
Montgomery
thing.
quit tripping.
What's that?
Hey, I'll tell you, Trick. Let me get in there. Just as you mentioned, us and some other people that were there as well. It was good to see, people that I'll tell you, just from the heart, that when we were playing and coming up from middle school up to the varsity, you guys were who we were looking up to. So it's amazing to see this type of event bring back, the Randall Godfrey, the Jeffrey Thomas, yourself, and others that we looked up to. So again, kudos to you on
Exactly.
that, and that's one reason I got to make sure that we're down there next year.
Bro, I ain't forgot, bro. It
That's
was
good.
because of you. It was because of you. I used to fold my jersey up. Remember y'all used to have you when your abs was short? I bring it
Hey,
up.
you
When
had
your
to be
back
like,
was-
boy.
hey, let me ask you one question. How many towels you wore in the game?
I could now Coach Johnson would only let me wear one, so I could.
You tried.
I tried, bro. I tried. He wouldn't let it. He wouldn't let it go.
I thought we had back then. I thought we had on a flag set. I think we had a flag on each hip and one in the back, just like we were playing flag football. That might have been why we didn't win state.
That's exactly why Coach said, "No, this ain't flag football. We're one of them."
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna tell you some of the funny stuff I look at in the films today. Man, do you realize our wide receiver? We was in 3-point stands at wide receiver.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Man,
horrible.
But that's why the
right.
were beating us up from the line of scrimmage, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I think about it. Look at the old ancient films. Man, it's crazy though, man. But man, I'm sure glad. I hope I get to see y'all guys down there, man. Because that'll make my day, man. That'll make my day. Y'all guys were great guys.
Reliving history.
and y'all came behind us, and y'all did y'all thing. But like I say, man, I just want some of us Vikings to wake up.
Yeah.
And when I say wake up, I'm gonna tell you an incident that happened that still has set right. I'll never forget this. And that's why I'm telling our Vikings to wake up. I'll never forget. We started Jeffrey Thomas as the first black quarterback.
Yep.
Right.
At halftime, Allison Williams was announced homecoming queen. As soon as she was announced, a cross went to burning outside our stadium. This is my junior season.
Wow.
I remember that.
A lot of people don't forget about that.
I remember that.
No, I remember. I was there. Yeah. I was there.
He scared the devil out of it would have scared anybody.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man. I just there's a lot of stuff went on and that kind of got me upset, about it. But I like what I like, and I tell you what I don't like, and that's just me. I don't sugarcoat it, man. But this event was to bring us all together, man, to stand up for our rights and stand up for everything, and we just got to come together and do that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that, man.
Definitely hats off to you, Mayor, you and your staff and your team.
Appreciate it.
You did an amazing job creating not only creating an entire new city, but just creating a new vibe. It was a positive vibe, and everybody was on that same, wavelength. So you created a movement, was what you did. Yeah. So if you had to give,
that's good.
Yeah, it was awesome. If you had to give a statement to your citizens, Mayor, what would you tell your citizens tonight?
Stay safe, and we're gonna turn it up next year. No doubt, we're gonna turn it up. Just stay safe, and hey, it's gonna be a movie for real next year. It's gonna be, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy we had no problems, man. That's the beauty of it all. We came together as grown folks, had not one incident.
Yeah.
Nobody had beef. I don't even think football was talked about this weekend.
Wow.
We talk about it enough.
Definitely.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I guess so. That we don't argue about it enough. So, but at the end of the day, man, we all friends, and like you say, the old days. After that Winnersville Classic, man, we shook hands, hugged, and went to the fair together.
You got to do something about Sabrina's jersey, evidently.
You seem to be pretty salty about that.
I got a new one coming, man. It was an accident, but I think they thought she grew up on the west side with me and Elton. They supposed to put a Paul and a Viking on me and Elwood jersey.
Yeah, right. That would have been
exactly. But, man, it was good, man.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
The good thing, man, is seeing too.
What's that?
I say one of the good things, man, to see players like people like Randall Godfrey there, like Joyette, Smith. Seeing guys, NFL judges. We had doctors, we had lawyers, I think one house had like 3 doctors in it. So man, that's what made me proud. When you can get those type of people out to events like that, boy, you done your job.
For sure.
Yeah, you done your job. And that was the beauty of it, man. A lot of business people was there.
Yeah.
And just reading their posts, they ready for next year. So I think I accomplished what I wanted. And so now, we work on some other things now.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely, I watch y'all show, man, and I'm definitely a big fan. But we got to get this podcast live from Valdosta, Florida.
Yeah, for sure. We already got the mayor's approval. We don't have to worry about
it's college football game day.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, act like it's college football game
live
day.
On set.
We gonna get the young lady who
live on the set.
The one who does the decorate. We're gonna get her to kind of spruce up our set, so we'll have a little spot. So we'll look real professional when we get there.
Yeah. So hey, Shalonda White, if you're watching, we looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that, man. We'll definitely. Did y'all have anything else?
Dwayne Johnson, we gonna get your jersey though.
Hey, that's what I need, man. I see Elwood got his. I need to get with you, man.
I ran into the mayor.
I'm trying to think what
out in the community.
What'd you say?
Elwood Matt ran into me at Dollar General.
Yeah, man.
Hey, sometimes that's how it happens.
Yeah, man.
He just got out the pulpit and everything.
Yeah, man. One of them days.
He had that divine intervention.
Yeah.
That's how I got it.
Oh, okay. I mean, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Absolutely, man.
If y'all can tell, I lost my voice like all the other citizens of Valdosta, Florida, man. Just tired. Man. It was good though, but I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We really want to give you flowers while you live, man. You definitely have made a huge, huge difference and given us a whole new perspective on Winnersville alumni. And I think this is something that's gonna outlive you, bro. I really do. I think this is something that will never stop.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So,
and shout out to Shalonda. She's actually watching, and she said that she'll make it happen.
We good. All right.
Okay, that's great.
We'll set our reservation for next year then. Ready to go.
Hey, set it up. Hey, we got you. You can stay in the half lounge. You can stay in the half lounge or half Valdosta Wildcat house that I got.
Hey, and we'll be the only two that'll be safe. We'll be good. So either way it go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. But,
let me go ahead and get Thelma and Louise in his bed. They behind their bed.
Yeah, do that, man. But appreciate you, man. Brett, much love to you. God bless you, man, for all you're doing.
All
and
right. Thank you, Mayor.
We'll be connected with you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
It is.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing. I wanted to see if we could try to share some of these photos and videos. And I know we got a couple people. Listen, those that actually are on the live right now, we want to hear you. We want to hear your story. We want to see your face. If you want to come on, share us your experience. Share with us your experience. Some of the stuff that Tricky might not have been around to see. I noticed that a lot of people. It was so many people around that it was hard to see everybody. So I'm sure there was a lot going on, parties at certain houses, and I think I heard about people revving up cars and kind of racing down the street, something like that. I don't know. But,
no. I mean, not in Valdosta, Florida.
Oh yeah.
No.
But if you want to join us, if you want to come on and share your story, see, Sabrina posted on there motorcycles. So
yeah, I know. We saw him, but I was on the scene when that happened, and the mayor shut it down immediately.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did real quick.
Yeah, he did.
That's what the mayor is for. Trying to keep a top.
Tight. Yeah, he picked up a tight grip.
I saw a light fall.
He was actually a working mayor.
Yeah, exactly.
He was helping. We had our very own Big Nick to be one of the caterers for one of the events, and our mayor was like deep hands-on. He was helping get the buffet line set up, so he was working this weekend. He really did put his heart, soul, and blood, sweat, and tears into it all, and I think it definitely was appreciated by all the citizens of Valdosta, Florida.
Absolutely.
Sabrina told me she was doing donuts with her skates.
Yeah, and her scooter.
And her scooter, right?
Yeah. Definitely. But guys, what do you think? What has been your experience? Have y'all been getting any feedback from any alumni that reached out to you, let you know what their experiences were?
Yeah, definitely. A couple people have reached out, man, and they had nothing but high praises, for the entire weekend
Yes, it did.
for Street Stay Quiet.
We did. We had a very reserved street, Cedric. We did. Our street was quiet. We was all about that, cooking at the house, playing cards, and just enjoying company. I think we had the retired street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the retired community.
Everybody was chilling on our street. We did put our chairs out and watch everybody else, kind of, get the house calls from the popo because the music was too loud. But for the most part, we was just the spectator street. Yeah, definitely spades going on. Yeah, but I will say the resort itself, the mayor took all of that into consideration because each home was either a 5 or 6 bedroom home, and each home had its own pool area and a humongous dining room table. So, if you did not attend the group collective events, you can go home and have your own little mini house party. I know at my particular house, we had one of our residents that cooked every single morning. Like, she would text the group and be like, "Hey, breakfast is ready. Come on down."
Oh, man.
Yeah, everybody had their own little vibe, and it was really nice. It was really nice.
That's what's up. Well, I know our brother Rick Houston said he definitely would love to share his story. So we want to make sure we get him that link. Are we gonna post that in the chat?
Yeah, it's already in there. Specifically for him. If anybody else wants to use it, you can use it. The link is there. I tagged Mr. Houston, brother Houston. So just click it and we'll get you into this conversation. We want to know how great. I'm about to say something else, but we want to see how well the event was.
Is Sabrina guys? She said key for next year: pay to warm your pool.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, somebody tell me what was up with it's like that little doorbell thing. What was that about?
Yeah, I kept seeing that. What was that about?
Right. Well, when you go out of your sliding doors, it was 2 big sliding doors attached to your home. The bell was for if you had children, it would let you know that the door is open. And then if you open the door, you had so many seconds before you push the button or it'll alarm off. It was quite annoying if you were going in and out, whatever.
And so they had that at every house?
Every house. It was a safety mechanism, to let you know if your child is going out for the pool, because the pools didn't have a gate around it. So, if you open that door, you'll be out on a patio lanai area. And, you if you had kids, you needed that bell. But if you were, adults as we were, and some people were drinking some of that syrup, that was a little annoying to hear every time you open the door.
Yes. I'm sure it was some outbursts with that one for sure.
Yeah.
But nobody brought kids, right?
No, but intertwined into the houses that the alumni rented was actual homeowners who had kids. So every house is equipped with it. I heard you can have it turned off or disconnected, but most people didn't. I guess want to pay that extra money to do so if that was an option. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. But we need to get some brave souls talking about this now.
Yeah, come on and share your experience.
Click the link.
I know, Brother Mike. He said he can't get on, and also I saw that Brother Houston say it's not allowing him to get on either. So we can figure out what's going on with those guys really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're figuring it out, I wanted to ask a quick question. That quick question is pretty much. I'm sure class of '96 probably was the best looking class there. I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I'm sure we were the most handsome and the most beautiful, and I'm sure we really looked like we were living. I'm sure class of 1996. But were there any other classes that actually were lively at all? I'm just
Oh my
curious.
God. Well, they say 94 was pretty lit. As I heard the class of 94 was pretty lit. As Ivory said, a lot of the classes from Lounge wasn't there, but I'm just gonna rep my class 92. Me and Randall was talking about our class didn't have many participants, but we made our presence known.
Yeah.
But I would have to say 94 and 97, they were kind of neck and neck. 94 and 97. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what up? I see. Hey, listen, I see Sparkle. What's going on? 97. That's who else? I see Aaron on here. What's going on, Miss Houston? Oh my God, putting on here, brother Eddie Graham. What's going on? My favorite lineman of all time. What's going on, my friend?
I know, right?
Favorite.
That's right,
favorite.
Sam. We was the quiet street. Yeah.
I know. That's sis right there. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, man, we're gonna try to get these brothers on. But I did want to ask y'all a question. Now my second question, I'm just curious. Let's see. Who had an outfit on that made you say,
Brother Bold, first of all, we not gonna go
I'm
there.
Just kidding, y'all. Y'all ain't got to answer it. I'm just kidding.
We not gonna go there.
You got to put them out there.
Just kidding, y'all.
Were there any people that had those on?
There was, but I must say that even though it kind of wasn't an issue because, like they said, majority of the the atmosphere was really, supportive and really positive vibes. But yeah, at the luau party. But I mean, it was at a water park. So what did you expect? Yeah. But at the luau party was a little bit of maybe eyebrow raising, but overall, I mean, what do you wear to the pool? I mean,
right. I'm just being silly, y'all. I'm just kidding, y'all.
But yes. To answer your question, there was some question marks out there. But
tell us about Tricky in them shoes then.
Man.
Oh my God. Yeah. He had on the sugar daddy white sandals, socks and sandals look. Yeah.
Hey bro, let me share that right there, bro. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a sec. Okay, it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
The socks and sandals.
White shoes.
I see now.
Look at the white shoes. Y'all remember that?
Jerome.
That's the drove in the house right there, boy. Good God Almighty.
Yeah. The mayor did make a cameo with the Jerome Rome shoes on.
The mayor gets a pass.
Oh yeah.
The mayor gets a pass. He didn't wear them all. He had on some fresh Jordans, so don't be fooled by the whole white Jerome Rome.
Oh yeah, Jerome was definitely
all for the camera.
All for the camera.
You'll never see what
yes.
And it's almost like you got to have, I know Edward asked the question, about who was the one that just was like, make you say, but you still need to have that outfit that garners attention. You need to have that outfit that just might make people say,
You think so?
Yeah. He pulling it off though.
We definitely had some steppers now. It was some steppers.
Yeah.
It was some people out there dressing, you know what I'm saying? It was like they brought their best. Most definitely it was some steppers out there. And it was, the other end of the spectrum too. But everybody was just really loving on each other. So that was awesome to see. Awesome to be amidst of. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remind me, how long was the alumni event here? How many days?
4 days.
It was
right?
4 days. It started off with a bang. Like we hit the ground running. So Thursday was check-in day for everybody. You pretty much checked in at 3:00, and then maybe like at 5 or 6, the event was, getting underway. So the good thing about it is that the mayor and his staff did not leave you a whole lot of opportunity to have a bad wardrobe moment, because it was a lot of t-shirts that was pre-ordered,
that saved you.
Yeah, it really saved, it left it, he kind of planned it out pretty good. So everybody was repping with their jerseys on Thursday night. And then Saturday was a totally awesome day. And then the luau party would kind of left you with some creativity. You can kind of, create your own outfit or whatnot. And
Right.
yeah, but it was good. It was good.
That's where it goes left. When you
It
are
did
left to
go.
your own
It did go a
creativity.
little left. It did go a little left. Yeah. What I will say about that is that everybody's confidence level was very high on that day. They had a high confidence level.
All right.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what we need. Confidence level on 10.
It was on 20. It was on 20.
Oh, that's a bit
Confidence
much.
was on 20. Yeah.
20 sounds like delusional.
However it was. It was,
Yeah,
it was up there. It was up there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so also two of those days were pre-t-shirt order days. So Thursday was a jersey day, and then Saturday was a t-shirt day for the cookout. So pretty much that was taken care of. So you really had like 2 days.
They trying to call. They don't know you on. They don't know you on a live show. Tell them to leave you alone and stop interrupting.
Yeah.
Call the phone. They're probably trying to call to get on. But most definitely, hey man, listen.
Bringing it back in.
Coming back in.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a phone call in too. Light Tricky. I'm still off location. I'm not at my normal home studio. I'm still kind of vacationing. I took a flight out of Orlando into Atlanta. Was able to spend some time with family there. But yeah, I mean, it was an amazing weekend. And speaking of that, a lot of people did the same. So in my particular house, we had one young lady who had not been home to Valdosta in like 3 years. So because Ivory presented this opportunity for her to get together with her class, she was able to actually travel home and see family members. So, it really spun off of the whole alumni weekend. It was just an amazing experience, and it allowed people to reconnect because, we're just getting out of a pandemic, and a lot of people hadn't had an opportunity to see each other and love on each other. So it really presented a good opportunity for people to reconnect again.
Okay, that's what it's about there.
Well, I definitely wanted to chime in. Well, ask our folks to chime in to make sure that you can give us your feedback, because there's a lot that happened, a lot that we saw, a lot of people that we were able to reconnect with, as Tricky and the other members have talked about. Yeah. But what are some things that we would like to see for next year? I know I saw somebody put a white party.
Yeah.
I need a reason to go buy me a nice white suit.
Right. And really, I was hoping that, because that was an event that they had the first year last year, and I was hoping they would bring it back again this year. They kind of went another way with the luau party, but actually, and I'm not sure, the mayor, we'll have to get him on to do a statement. But when I interviewed the mayor is going to start bringing events to Valdosta, Georgia. Not Valdosta, Florida, but Valdosta, Georgia. So he has an event that's coming up. I think it's in this month, and the event is the all-white party. So, if you are interested in getting together with the alumni crew, just, if you're not already in the group, send a request to the group, and that's where he's announcing. He said every other month he's going to try to bring something to Valdosta, Georgia, for the adult crowd to do and participate. This all-white party is going to be at the Rainwater Conference Center, and there's more information to come out about it in the future in terms of like the cost or whatever. But I do know he said like every other month he's going to have something, because again, his whole goal was to bring something positive, something, for adult grown-up entertainment to our area. So that's what he's committed to do, and that's what he's doing. So,
well, I'm going to definitely get into his ear about that, because I'm coming from that business side, because that sounds like an awesome opportunity for us to do more of a networking expo, linking it up with the Black Business Alliance, and really, using the momentum that he has with the Winnersville Alumni, and let's do a Winnersville Alumni expo, business expo / mixer. I'm going to just put that out there so y'all can y'all heard that. But Tricky, get with me. I'm gonna reach out to him especially to make sure we can get that on the calendar, because what we saw this weekend, what if we flipped it business?
Right. The mayor just put something in the group chat.
We say I rated the rainwater in June, August, October, December, and February. So everybody that's on the live, go ahead and just keep those months on your radar, because those are some good months. Those are good months, good opportunities. Because I think when is the Winnersville Classic? Is it in October? I think it's in October now. I think, because we remember we used to play each other in November, but now I think it's October, I believe.
Okay.
It has changed.
Yeah. And that's definitely something to really. I thought about the expo idea down in Valdosta, Florida. Just the fact that they make connections, which you can help people expand their business. But
and you know what?
I thought of that, but the thing about it would be the challenge would be that people setting up. You have to bring all that down there.
Right.
I think it would be much easier to set that up here.
It sounds like a challenge, but like we discussed earlier, you would be surprised what the entrepreneurs and the business owners were able to do. They set that up because each house had a garage. They set the garages up like a store. You go in and you shop, and they brought all their equipment. It was really amazing to see the hustle and the dedication.
I understand that. And that's actually good, because I didn't even envision that when you said it the first time. So thank you for that. I do think, though, just in general, for that business vibe to be in Valdosta, though, in one area.
Absolutely,
that would be wonderful. But I didn't know that was really
they did and because the mayor Ivory set up a group, like a group chat on Facebook, where you join the group. So each homeowner, because your house had an address like your normal house would, so they would put like at address 191 Burma Street, you can come, and they'll put a picture of what they were selling or whatever it was, and then you just drive to that like you're driving to a store and go and shop and purchase. And a lot of people, they were already set up, so they had ways to take Cash App, or alternative ways for you to pay. And it was really good to see the creativity and to see the people come alive and just support each other, support Black businesses. It was nice.
So technically, I just looked it up, because usually I try to keep this on my radar with businesses. And so Small Business Month technically sits in May that we're in now. So just throwing it out there. This is for Tricky, because I do see that he's able to chat with us online as well. November, I think I saw November 26th, technically is that Shop Small Business Day. And so just throwing that out there, for Tricky to chew on. But that might be something to where we can get the Black business community. If Tricky doesn't already know, we've already got a listing of Black businesses at ValdostaBlackOwned.com. And then we have the Black Business Alliance that is partnering with the city on a number of initiatives, including the ARPA funding distribution. But nonetheless, with that momentum tied in with the Winnersville events, I think we can really do some diverse things here, inclusive of business.
Yeah, like I commented and shared with the mayor earlier, he's kind of created a movement. So now it's a whole community that we identify. So when you invite people, when you invite the Winnersville alumni, everybody know that that's all inclusive. Come on, you're a part of the Winnersville alumni. Let's get behind whatever the topic is, whatever the subject is, and we're gonna come as a group, the Winnersville alumni. So it's a powerful voice that he's created.
And I like what he said, just to reflect on, and I feel him on this, as far as knowing that Valdosta, meaning the city, Valdosta / Lowndes County. And I was speaking to some folks out of the Atlanta area about this, because they were surprised that we don't have a Black chamber. And I say that the avenues and the atmosphere are quite different in South
Yeah.
Georgia, and they all chuckle because they got. I'm talking to Black entrepreneurs, and they chuckle because they understood that. And so when Tricky was talking about the lounge thing, and Edward, you and I have some classmates that try to get together for reunion's sake, I guess, during the summer sometimes. But he hit it right on the nail. They go to these other places that technically aren't our places. And
Right.
when you are there, you get that this was not meant for me. I feel it in my soul that something's not right. So we do need something that he has already, kicked forward and succeeded in, and this is just gonna forever grow. So I'm glad that he planted this seed. I'm glad, and it's bittersweet that he had to go through such a health crisis, but it was definitely for a reason for him to reflect solo in order for this seed to germinate. So we appreciate that, Tricky, and we'll definitely support.
Yeah. And another thing I don't think our mayor mentioned in this particular session was he also created an atmosphere for us to pay tribute and pay homage to the classmates that we've lost over the years. At the Luau Party particular, there was one very surreal, very powerful, very genuine moment where we did a tribute to Carlos Moore. And so it's so many other classmates that have fallen along the way, but we're still keeping their memory alive in a positive way. Chris Wright and so many others that, and forgive me if I failed to mention, but there's so many others, who have contributed to our community. And so we have to keep their memory alive, but keep it alive in a positive way.
I like that point. Just in memory segment every time that we get together, like you said, to keep that memory alive, not just who passed this year, but that list needs to always be recognized. Yeah, you're right. We don't need to forget the great things that they accomplished.
Yeah, and it was really very a touching moment to see everybody come together and still lift that person up, even though they're no longer with us in the physical. But just to know that their name is mentioned and they have loved ones that were still there to receive that love. It was awesome to experience. So yeah.
Cool. Let's do a quick transition right here and slide a guest on. Bold says that he has brother Rick Houston, on his phone. So brother Bold, if you can slide him on over on your speakerphone and you can get back in with us on your camera, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
we definitely would like to hear some voices other than obviously our mayor and us on the phone, or excuse me, on this meeting space. But yeah, let's get him on, brother. You got him ready to go?
Yes, sir. We ready.
All right.
What's going on, brother Rick? What's going on with you, sir? How you doing this evening?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Still trying to recuperate.
I had a chance. I actually ran into brother Houston in Walmart, and yeah, he was still a little faded. Trying to get it together, him and Aaron.
Yeah.
He hadn't all fleshed out yet.
Nah.
Not yet. It's almost all about.
Anyway, bro, tell me about your experience, man. Tell me about how you felt about the weekend, and just how was it for you?
Overall, it was an experience I'll never forget. Like from the time we got there probably about 2-3 o'clock, and then we were getting ready to go to the park. And when we got to the park, man, just seeing all these people with jerseys on, you walk. It's like a big family reunion. It's more deeper than a class reunion. It's more like a family reunion.
Right.
Wow.
You haven't seen in years, probably since you graduated high school.
That's crazy.
And I mean, I can't make this up. This is something like when you see it, you get speechless. One person I saw in particular, Johnny Moore.
Oh wow!
Since we marched across the stage, I see him on Facebook and stuff, but seeing him in person, and he was like 2 houses down from me. I was on the grill, and all I heard was Vince. I turned and looked. I'm like, man, who is that? And he came and knocked on our door, and I was like, wow. Like Like, it was a beautiful thing, a beautiful experience. I like how they had a small little dedication to Carlos at the end of the luau.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was out there. And that touched a lot of hearts right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even if we can do that for the other fallen classmates, just like a moment of silence, or just dedicate a song to those that weren't fortunate to make it here in person, because spiritual world.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the overall, just the idea of just you being out there, it leaves you speechless, because it's just a whole bunch of kings and queens just joining together, having a good time, no drama, a lot of alcohol.
Lots.
A lot of laughter, just like a big, everybody dancing, just joking around, helping each other out as much as they can, seeing people hustle, trying to sell cakes, seeing Big Nick out there. Shoot, I was even cutting hair at the house.
Yeah. I was about to ask you that when you cutting hair out there.
Firehouse Cuts.
Firehouse Cuts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, bro, tell me what do you think your most memorable moment was?
Honestly, the most memorable part was honestly the whole weekend.
Wow. That says a lot, man. That says a lot now for the whole weekend. You can't pinpoint one moment. The whole weekend was lit like that.
The whole weekend was just fun.
Wow.
When was last time you had fun?
For 4 straight days at that.
Right. Yeah, well, 3.5.
3.5. Okay, 3.5.
Yeah,
I'll take that. I'll take it.
From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, like there's something to do.
Yeah.
You're seeing somebody that you ain't seen in a while, or go from house to house. We was on Fairfax also, so one night we went to one house party, which was Alan Baker's party.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
My Orange Street family.
The King of Crunk.
And then the next day we went to a class of 1997 party. I put it out there.
Missed it.
Oh, he had to put it out there. You heard it, did you?
Yeah. By Joseph Moore and Steve Magic. Nate Rogers was there.
What?
Yes. Nate Rogers. They hosted the house party. And they had Killer Groove. DJ Killer Groove. DJ. Yeah.
It's
so
gonna be crazy.
When class doesn't show up, we show up and show out. I'm just throwing that out there.
you know you had to put it in there.
Yeah. That's because the Black and the Bold were not there.
Oh my God.
Black and the Bold was
there. Well, yeah.
What I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did. You said the Black and the Bold was there. You see what I did there? I got you. You already know anything with black, anything that sound like gold, they gonna run with it. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
But Rick, man, we appreciate you, man, giving us your spin, man. And listen, bro, you have absolutely solidified our desire to be there next year, because I ain't had fun for 3.5 straight days in a long time. So
high school.
Yeah, high school probably. So, definitely, man. So we appreciate you, man. And tell the family we said hello. We appreciate y'all, man. And we definitely look forward to collabing with y'all in the near future, bro. I'll probably bring my clippers too and plug in and probably take one of your chairs with you.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, bro. We love you, man. We'll be talking soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Brother Rick,
y'all trying to devise let's call it a barber cut off.
Hey, no, I ain't no competition. No, it's too many barbers trying to compete. Mike
Lane.
Well, Mike told me. Mike said you ain't got to be the best barber. You just got to be the most consistent. I read posts. I know. I feel you. I'm gonna be consistent now. But I don't know if y'all saw I don't know if you saw the post, the information that Ivy gave us about June being the all-white party. August is the Jersey party. October is the Halloween party. December is the ugly sweater party. And February is the camo party. So it's already locked down. Yeah. Also, I got to go ahead and find me a white suit fast.
Yeah. Don't forget your Jerome Rome shoes. Don't forget those. Do you not win?
Nah, I win no.
Our mayor did submit something into the comments. Our mayor said Alan Baker's house was next to his last year, but he said, "Thank God I moved it this year so I can get some sleep."
Baker on another level, bro.
Yeah. And then we have one of our viewers, Miss Ebony Benjamin. She said to tell Ricky, keep my house on Burma, please.
Look like we might be a part of that other group, that other resort, because I'm sure everybody who went this year, I'm sure they have already tried to rebook for next year.
Yeah, a lot of people were trying to lock in like the same day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph said keep me on Fairfax. Joseph, give me a call, bro, if you want to jump on. But y'all already know Bono is the hype man of the year every year. The hype man on Facebook. Y'all already know who Bono is, and he is what he is.
So it sounds like we need to be on. Hey, bro, it sounds like we need to be on somebody's wait list that already has the main location.
Right.
For sure. We need to find a way. The mail work it out.
Fairfax was the party street, hands down. Fairfax, yeah. And somebody posted in the chat like we had to have a visitor's pass, and they had your street address on there. It had a street address, and they had Fairfax on there, and they put, if you know, you know.
Yeah. Don't try to get me sleep on Fairfax.
Not gonna happen.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've always been a fan of 90s, obviously, but man, I tell you, our 90s crew really is showing out.
Yeah, but I will say, I did not attend any of the Fairfax. I live vicariously through the posts from afar. But I will say, even though they were partying and they were hype, it was a good kind of hype. You know, it was no negativity. Everybody was enjoying. Everybody was vibing. You know, everybody was turning up together. It was no, fighting or discord or anything like that. It was just a good time, a good house party. Kind of did remind you back in the day, when nothing was going on after the game, somebody will set up a house party. It kind of reminds you of that vibe a little bit, actually. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It was
all weekend long.
They took it back to the day. Remember when there was, no clubs really. It was you going to a house party. So,
house party. I know about that with Brother Bold here. There's nothing going on in Hayhira, Georgia.
What are we gonna do? Throw a house party? You know how we do.
Go to a house party, right? So
And Sabrina said something about dual residency. Was that South? Was it which one?
Southfield was the spot last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We definitely
Westland,
do that.
Eddie's talking about Westland.
All right, Brother Black, Brother Bo, y'all put it out there. So y'all better try to get your house secured so you can be in the number.
There's a few people on this live. We ain't got to ask twice.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Few people that's commenting. We got to ask two times.
Make sure you're in the number next year.
We're
gonna slide in very well with whomever that's already on that main island, if you will.
Yeah.
They're gonna slide the Black and the Bold in.
We got some brothers on here. We good. Listen.
I'm sure.
Listen, I got Brother Joseph Moore on the line, man, all the way from the big Arizona. He wasn't able to access the link, but I told him to call me, man. I wanted to get his spiel because I saw him getting so crump, but I also heard he was in the kitchen for a lot of times, eating up all the food, all the pig feet, all the hog maw. Every time we turn around. Well, what's going on with you, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm wonderful, man. I'm still recuperating, man. I'm trying to find my voice. Number one, I really don't have a voice right now.
But I probably saw 4 or 5 people on Facebook saying they were still trying to get their voice together, man. Was it like that?
Listen, man, I promise you, I'm still doing a lot of nodding. I'm nodding like yes, because I can't talk. And I'm not even kidding. I really can't talk that much, man, right now.
Good gosh.
I'm calling in right now to show y'all some love, but I'm going to say this. But I got enough energy to say this. Fairfax.
He said Fairfax twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fairfax. That's what he said.
That's where it was. That's where it was.
Brother House was fun, and I'm going to say that now. Big Brother House was fun, and now Big Brother House was that deal.
Ooh.
But
But
his little brother House wasn't no punk now. can. With a little bit of voice I got left.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, well, one thing I hope y'all wasn't singing, because anybody who know a Wildcat, they always know they gonna bring out that. I'm so glad I go to VHS. I'm
No,
so
we
sick of
didn't.
that
I
song.
didn't hear that. Not
You
one
didn't hear that?
time.
We saw Black and Yellow.
Oh, they saw Black and Yellow. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
They're part of the new,
Yeah, the new generation.
the new generation of Wildcats.
You know what, bro? Honestly, man, it was a very beautiful weekend, man. I can't even front, bro. And like y'all said earlier, hold on now, Mama Sue. Now, what you say? I'm trying to be nice. What you say? What you say? I'm trying to be good. Now,
Oh no! Oh, I don't think. Did you say the thing, Suzette?
No.
She didn't say the thing.
But you know what? I didn't say anything, but whatever Joseph is about to say, I totally agree with. It was all that and then some.
Yeah, the whole thing was very beautiful, man. Like it really was. And like y'all was saying earlier, I didn't even think about it until y'all said it, but we never even spoke about football. The whole time we never even I didn't even think about football until y'all just said it. Actually on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like I really never even thought about football until y'all just said it on the show, you know what I'm saying? But man, I saw so many people, you know, that I hadn't seen in like 20 years, you know, 15 years, and the whole event, man, like it's Trick really got some.
Oh yeah.
He really had it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just
let me ask Joe something.
The way that we took over the whole
resort,
the way that we did it with respect. You know what I'm saying? It was no beef, it was no drama, it was no nothing. Everybody was just cooling and loving on each other, man. That was the most beautiful thing about the whole weekend, man. Like I absolutely adored the whole weekend. That's the best way I know how to put it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Suzette want to ask you a question, bro.
No, I don't actually want to ask.
Oh, my bad. Brother Black want to ask you a question.
Joe already know. I agree with everything he said because he's absolutely right. But like, what was your favorite moment? Like, what's your most memorable moment? Do you have one or do you not?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I honestly outside listen now, don't y'all tell Elwood now, but he's my favorite running back ever. But outside of Elwood, I got to see Joe Wright. You know what I'm saying? And I got to tell him to his face that he's my favorite Wildcat that I ever seen.
Well, Joe,
for real, like, he's my favorite running back ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe Wright, that's my favorite running back that I've ever seen put the black and gold on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was Elwood until he switched over and then it turned into Joe Wright.
I lost a few. I lost some cool points when I left. So you know.
So we all family at the end of the day, but now for real, the fact that I got to tell him that face to face and it really about tears in his eyes, like we really had a real moment. You know what I'm saying? That stuck out with me.
Well, I think that's a big thing. A lot of people don't realize the impact, you know, that sports has had on a lot of men that's come out of a lot of the boys. I think that's what kept a lot of us out of trouble, kept a lot of us on track, because we saw so many guys come before us that were absolutely amazing athletes. You know what I'm saying? And it gave us something to work towards and, you know, to really focus on. So a lot of guys really don't know the impact. That's crazy because I probably about 10, 12 years ago, this guy invited me to his retirement party, and I didn't really know him. He knew some of my family members, and when I went, he invited me because he said I was his favorite Viking ever. Never met the guy, never really knew him. I mean, I saw him at the games from time to time. I remember his face, but you know, stuff like that. People don't realize the impact that we have on people's lives just by being an athlete in Valdosta. So you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. It kind of brings up a lot of heartfelt moments.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, man. Like even last year, you know what I'm saying? Like after I didn't go last year. You know what I'm saying? But I got to look at the videos and the posts. I ended up inboxing a lot of guys, you know, that I wouldn't have never talked to, you know, when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know how it was when we were kids. To us, some guys were like they was really like NFL stars.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? They were way out of touch to us as far as we knew. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I got to see them last year, live and in person and on Facebook, like that really brought into the reality that hey, they just humans, you know what I'm saying, just like me. You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
yeah, man, that's really the biggest impact that it's had on me, other than me being able to link up, with my brothers, in our house, and do our thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, this whole right off Florida thing, man, this Trick got something special, bro. Like I'm not gonna even lie to you, like this.
Let me get it, Joe, real quick.
I've never seen, I've never witnessed ever, and I've been to every kind of gathering that you can think of, from Daytona, Black College Weekend to what they used to have in Atlanta,
Freaknik, Freaknik, Orange Crush.
I done been to all of them. I've never seen black people come together in the capacity that we did. You know what I'm saying? And right off Florida, man, like Freak really got something.
That's amazing. Well, bro, before we let you go, man, brother DJ got a question for you, bro. He want to holler at you.
No, big bro.
Just a real quick question, because he's talking about houses, and I keep hearing, for the third time now, I'm seeing Brother Taurus Patrick got evicted. Tell us about that?
Hey man, like that man, that you know what I'm saying? To us, all of that, the way that it went down, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that was really just kind of sideways. You know what I'm saying? The details of it was really sideways, and to me, it was just very sad and unfortunate that for me personally, I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for the way I took it. You know what I'm saying? People still don't like to see us come together in a capacity.
Yeah.
Even if we're being non-violent, if we're just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that happened and the way that it happened, that was very unfortunate, and I don't agree with any of it.
Right.
Yeah. Because I was just playing. I didn't think this was unreal. I thought it
was actually a real thing. And what happened was, just like as Joseph, speaking to what Joseph was saying, we just know that Karens do exist in this world. So what happened? It was to no fault of Taurus's, and his house, no reflection on them. But what happened was another homeowner saw them having, a party, not necessarily a wild party, but just like a party like any other houses. And he called his buddy, which was the homeowner of the home that Taurus and his roommates was in, and sent a video. And that homeowner called and said, "Hey, I want y'all out my house." And so that's kind of how that went down. But our mayor said he was able to get Taurus and the rest of his party into another house. So, all's well that ends well.
Absolutely.
I did not know that was what we were talking about, man. I thought y'all
it's a real thing.
being funny about something.
Right. I mean, you guys have seen all the Karen videos popping up. So
it's a reminder that we kind of came forward at this point where I'm at. I won't even say we done came a long way, because we really haven't. We just took a step forward, and we still got a long way to go.
Oh yeah.
And to see that live in person, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, I'm glad that we stand on the fact that it was zero instances about any kind of drama, any kind of negativity. You know what I'm saying? It was all positive. Everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? But that whole situation was just it was a stark reminder. It's a stark reminder. You know what I'm saying? That we need to continue. In my opinion, we need to continue to come together. In solidarity on the type of platform that we did. You know what I'm saying? In good faith, in good energy, and because that is what's upsetting them. And this past weekend, it was proof.
Yeah.
It pissed them off for no reason, and it was a whole other incident that I ain't even talked about. You know what I'm saying? And it was nothing, and we wasn't doing nothing. All we were doing was walking. We were literally just walking. You know what I'm saying? And somebody walked up to us
Yeah. Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
but it was bad and unfortunate. That aspect of it is very sad and unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we showed our color. I'm gonna put it like that. We
Yeah.
showed our color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just
it's
a
just
reminder that you're in America.
right, exactly. So racism still exists in this country, and unfortunately, people of color have to deal with it every single day. But I think this particular event proved and showed notice that what solidarity and unity could do, because even though the homeowner did, evict them from the house, our mayor and his staff and his team was able to kind of let them know we're standing behind our citizens of Valdosta, Florida, and they were able to get them in another house and to continue, the event. So they didn't stop anything. They didn't stop any positivity with their, negativity. At the end of the day, Valdosta, Florida was still victorious.
Yeah. And I see that Aubrey said that the resort apologized to him and they welcome us back for next year. So
But
Right.
that,
on another real talk angle is that's a lot of this is because we don't own said properties.
yeah.
And so I know this is like way off in the distant future, but one of the things that I definitely hear out of this, and I wonder if we ever can accomplish in the long term, is to, in this case, for something like Winnersville Alumni Reunion in the future, like distant visionary future, is that if we can compile all of this resourcing that we have to have our own development invested in, so that we actually own land, property.
Yeah.
If we want to go off location to the resort, that's fine. But somewhere we can actually start investing for the long term.
And actually have that as a vacation
It's our
resort.
vacation spot.
Exactly.
Actually,
Black,
create
blackout days
a
and
real
things.
live Valdosta, Florida. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got close to 1,000 people. You think about people who do multi-million-dollar projects. First of all, they never spend their own money. And it's always pooled funds, from a group or from foundations and banks, etc. So this is a prime opportunity for us. 1,000 people, could be 1,500, could be 2,000 next year. We don't know.
Group economics, bro.
Right. Exactly. We got this amount.
That probably needs to be part of the conversation.
Well, that's something we could bring up at the expo. Boom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we
and just like you said, that a lot of this money is not necessarily for the investors, but that's what timeshares are for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You get, ground seed investors. That's what that money is for. So it's definitely a real conversation. And now we see that it can be done. This is
you
proof.
see why it needs to be done.
Exactly.
Through these stories. I mean, we have the resources, as you all know, that powerful resources that can make some of these things happen in our own community, and it just would be very powerful if, in the long term, put together a proposed 15-year plan or whatever it is. I'm just throwing out a number, but to where we actually own our own development community for this type of nature, and the same thing that they're doing, we could flip it and rent it out. To them, but it's ours.
That's what I was saying. Black those days out for when we want to go back to our own property, and just make it an Airbnb for the rest of the year.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very real and tangible goal. You just have to plan ahead for it. Definitely.
Yeah. I was about to say that, Sabrina. I think that we should link up with some of our law enforcement officers that are wherever they may be. And have some off-duty officers, to kind of bring that extra sense of safety and security for the other people that live there, and so they will know that we do have, valid, viable law enforcement.
Which they did. They didn't have anybody from Valdosta, Georgia, but they did have officers on the scene. Just as a visual aid, because they didn't arrest anybody or anything like that. They weren't needed, but they were just a visual aid, and everybody was so orderly. Like at the end of the luau party, the officers were kind of positioned at the door to let you know, just in case you may think you might want to try something, but that wasn't the case. And they were just there to just really, greet the crowd and make sure everybody was getting home to their prospective homes safely.
Absolutely. Well, brother Joseph, man, we appreciate your time, man. Is anything else you want to leave us with before we get ready to close out?
Man, like always, man, I appreciate y'all time. Thank you for having me on, man. Right off to Florida, man. It's a movement. It ain't going nowhere. We here to stay, man.
Absolutely.
That's all I got, man.
That's what's up. Well, I appreciate you, brother, and stay safe out there. And we're gonna already be linking up.
I already know.
All right, bro.
Bye, Joe.
Yeah, man. So Sabrina say pics will be posted tonight.
Yes.
Y'all already know. Said he gonna be chopping and chanting, and he's definitely gonna have his Falcons jersey on. He already put that on there. So he said, but I'm off duty during alumni.
Well, it sounds like we have potential law enforcement off duty, not necessarily said, but we have our official photographer of the weekend.
Yeah.
Dream catchers, that is. And we got the decor. What was I'm sorry, the young lady's name that Tricky was talking about earlier?
Shalonda White.
Yeah. So I mean the structure is there, the framework I should say is there, as far as making this thing even more powerful. Yeah. I love it, man. I love it.
Oh yeah. Awesome opportunity, man. I think again we want to make sure that we send some love and support to Brother Trick for just being a vessel, you know what I mean? Just having an opportunity to say, you know what, I want to put people together, and not even wanting to get all the praise. I think we put Trick to the front of this. We all know Trick. He ain't trying to seek the limelight. Let's see on the field. You know what I mean? Then it's a different situation.
Oh my God.
But I mean, he hadn't been. He's not asking for all this attention. But I think when you do great things, it really deserves the attention and the praise that
right.
is worthy of.
Yeah, exactly. And having the opportunity to interview our mayor, I don't think the average citizen of Valdosta, Florida realizes the amount of stress and pressure and self-sacrifice.
Yep, absolutely.
Self-sacrifice that a visionary has to put in to create an event like this. Like he said, he has a family, he has twins, but yet and still, he put his whole heart and soul into this event, and just to ensure that his community was able to have something positive and create memories and create a positive vibe. So, I don't think people really understand the magnitude of it all. So we have to give our mayor some grace, some credit, and continued prayers that it would get better and better, and that his health would remain strong throughout the whole process of it all.
Absolutely. Well, bro Mayor, we don't know if you have a committee, but I think if you like to kind of solicit some of our support, man, to help you and set things up, or just kind of take the load off of you. You got Thelma and Louise over there that so you got a lot going on. But
yeah,
man. So I don't know if you have a committee, but I'm sure you have a lot of people on here that would definitely be supportive of you. A lot of people that are really, really take what you've written down in your vision and run with it. So we love you, bro. Thank you so much. He did tell us that Tanthea Davis Reed's husband is going to be the head of the police force for next year. So he's already ahead of us, setting up things to make sure everything's going to be safe, so we can have another good time next year. But definitely, man, add us to the committee. We definitely want to be in support, man. Because this is something that is just going to outlive all of us. But I don't know. But y'all have anything else before we get ready to wrap up?
Hey, I'm just really still. I didn't do all that drinking, but I'm still kind of gloating from the alumni weekend, and just really, a natural high, just a good vibe, positive vibe. When you're a mom and you wear a lot of hats and you are parenting, it's kind of hard to get some adult days in. So I was able to get some adult days in, much needed, and it was a wonderful experience. Just can't wait to next year.
So. You got anything?
I mean, just echoing that. I mean, it was wonderful to speak with Brother Tricky on this matter as far as the weekend went. And just to see him, I mean, the idea of what you all experienced, just with the conversation that we had here tonight with him, I can imagine that 800 times the sincerity, the laughter, with people on the phone that experienced this weekend. I can't wait. So he already said that he would love to involve us with the committee or any matters. We ain't got to be on any committee if not necessary. But I think a lot of people just want to make sure that if you need help, you got it. But if we can serve in any capacity that's necessary, we can definitely make ourselves available as well.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely, man. But listen, this has been an amazing show. I've been jealous the whole time because I didn't have any. He said I have a surprise for the ladies for this all-white party I will release tomorrow. Oh goodness! I hope that.
Oh, somebody popping out a cake.
Right. I was going to say I hope they one of them.
Yeah, that's what I think all of us talking about.
Hey, Trick, if you want me to jump out the cake, bro, just tell me,
right?
Man. Just let me know.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway.
Got to give us a head start. Now we got to give us a head start so we can get the push-ups in and we can get that baby oil on.
Let me go and get that burnout set in real quick.
Right.
Oh, come on.
That post-workout swole going on.
Yes.
Yeah, man. But listen, this has been an amazing show, man. I've been jealous the whole time. But at the same time, I'm glad that our close friends and family had an opportunity to really reconnect and and to really show for some love. But it's that time, y'all. We've been 2 hours in, and we really enjoyed all of y'all. Thank you, everybody that's logged on our Facebook page. Thank you for everybody who's logged on to the YouTube page. Thank you all so much. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Go to the page and like the page. And also, if you're on the YouTube page, make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. So anytime we get ready to release some more fire content like we do on Tuesdays, you will get the alert. Listen, thank you all again. We're getting ready to get up out of here. You already know we're also on Instagram. We'll be posting that as well. And so follow us so we can definitely stay connected. It's about that time we got to get up out of here. And you all know I always share something of motivation and inspiration. I'm reminded of a scripture that has been embedded in my soul. And it says, Psalm 133, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. I think most of the time we don't really understand the value of true friendship. The Bible even tells us, if we read our Bible, we read scripture, it tells us that he'll give us a friend that'll stick closer than a brother. I think a lot of us have, for the last this past 4 or 5 days, have really realized the value of true friendship. And so I just want to leave you with 2 quotes. One from Charles Colton, and of course one from Maya Angelou. But she says, Charles Colton says that the true friendship is like sound health. The value of it is seldom known until it's lost. I know we've lost some of our friends. We've lost some of our close teammates, especially in the last 2 years. And I think a lot of times we don't really realize how valuable their presence in our life was until we've lost them. And so I want to encourage all of us to be reminded that at the end of the day, friends do matter. This young man on the screen right here, Brother Black, we've been friends since we were about 7 years old. And our friendship will go on until we die because he's a real friend that has stuck closer than a brother. So I value him. And I value my new sister, Sister Beautiful. She's definitely, she tolerates us. And we love her and value her for that. But Maya Angelou says, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And so I just want to leave that with you all. All that you experienced this weekend, remember the feeling it gave you. Remember the joy it brought you. Remember the smile it put on your face. Remember how it settled in your heart to see good people that you hadn't seen in a long time. I encourage all of you all to remember friends do matter and the feelings last forever. We love y'all. We thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week. Peace, love, and light. We out.